What is going on? Welcome back to Trending Stocks. Today I want to give you a pre-market update on Virgin Galactic, go over some of the data points, what's been coming out from the company, and what shorts are doing. So I'm going to go over all that. Make sure to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate it. And with that, let's get right to it. So right now it is up almost about 1%. Not much volume though, so that's something just to note. At the time of doing this video, there isn't any new press releases, no SEC filings, the last of which was associated to their Q2 earnings that I've already covered. But within those Q2 earnings, they did signal a potential catalyst that maybe some people might be overlooking, because I know over the last little bit, the growth stocks such as Virgin Galactic in the market have been getting completely slammed. So potentially putting it below its intrinsic value, I'll touch on that in a second, but they did reiterate in their Q2 earnings about the planned August 10th launch. So of course, typically that does cause a nice boost up in the stock price. So in reality, that might actually help it today. Again, I do feel that a lot of people have kind of forgotten about that essentially, and especially with the lower volume that's been happening over the last little bit, maybe just people aren't necessarily getting into Virgin as much as they once were, because even looking at the momentum indicator shows number of retail investors have just been completely getting out. So once again, maybe I missed the memo on that or on why, but that's kind of been the case. Looking at stochastic though, it is at 16, a little bit more of a bearish sentiment right now, but it is considered oversold. So if there is a good piece of news associated to potentially this launch right here, then that means stock price should go up. But keep in mind, I'm not a financial advisor, so you guys always do your own due diligence. But like I said, it's been hit so hard, in fact, that even on the fib levels, it is between this S3 and this S2. So with it being at $3.46, which is completely crazy in comparison to a lot of other growth stocks, they are kind of trading between this S1 and the pivot. So Virgin has just been hit so much more. And like I said about the intrinsic value, based on the Morningstar report, which I do believe came out on Monday, so it's been updated recently, it does show the fair market value being $5.34 for Virgin. So once again, let me know you guys' thoughts on that in the comments below. As of latest ratings, so it looks like Wells Fargo did give one on August the 3rd, but I've already touched on this on the previous video, and it was $3.25. So once again, let me know your thoughts on that. But on a side note, if you are looking for a lot of good compiled information such as this, sentiment, forecast, everything under the sun, take a look at Interactive Brokers. It is completely free to have all of this. So take a look at that in the description below. Latest round of 13 Fs, as you can see, is kind of mixed. So you do see some institutions increasing positions, some making brand new positions, some closing out some of theirs. It's all over the place. But once again, as I've said, all of these 13 Fs are from Q2. So of course, that's kind of something just to factor in. A lot of the big players such as BlackRock and Vanguard are going to be later this week, if not early next week. So I feel like a lot of people are going to be watching those very closely. But as far as talking on what shorts are doing pre-market, so let's talk on that, because shorts have been really affecting Virgin as well quite a lot. So short score is currently 74, utilization is 80.21%. And looking right here, shorts are increasing a small amount, so around 70,000 shares. 18.19% of the free float is being shorted. 59.38 million shares overall are being shorted. Cost to borrow has gone down quite a lot, so 4.33%. It was, I think, 10 to 12% if I remember correctly, but still, as I've said in the past, Virgin Galactic does in theory have a good chance of a squeeze. It just needs a surprise, because I feel like when it comes down to the fundamental operations and the business, a lot of people seem to just be suppressing it and not really noticing it. So they might be missing out on a good opportunity such as this launch, like I said, and when that does come out, and if there's some positive results or PR as a obviously following that, then this is where you could see a nice bump up in the stock price, surprising a lot of people. But as far as the latest options activity, so based on this, or I guess from Wednesday or Tuesday, $562,000 in calls being purchased versus 178,000 in puts. So even though the technicals and everything else are indicating that it is very much suppressed and below its intrinsic value, a lot of people are buying calls assuming that they see the stock price going up. And as far as this, so if you are optimistic on Virgin, looking at the calls, this is all the strike prices its expiry dates, it is anticipated to go between the $4.50 and $5 range by next week. So once again, let me know your guys' thoughts. Like I already brought up, retail has been getting out. It looks like on the secondary market, big money hasn't necessarily been buying either, unless it is on the dark pool. So dark pool has been the very popular thing for Virgin Galactic, and this is very much linked to shorting, so this is why it's all very much kind of connected behind the scenes. So given everything that I did mention, I do feel that there's going to be a nice bump up in the stock price. Some things that you need to know though, $3.35 is a very strong support, so you need to really watch that to hold. As well, at the same time, $3.62 and $3.79 are the next big resistance points, which I do feel with Virgin in the past, like if it goes up, it goes up very fast. So a lot of these will just get broken almost instantaneously. So once again, let me know your guys' thoughts on all of this. Where do you feel Virgin Galactic should be as far as the price point? Because I do tend to agree the fact that this has been suppressed, so I think it should actually be between this S1 and the pivot with the rest of the growth stocks, so around the $4 range. But yet, like I said about this, it does show the fair market value being $5. So once again, where do you realistically see Virgin Galactic? So once again, let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. And one final thing, take advantage of amazing promos, and that is with Moomoo. Link in the description below and also the comments. Completely free to sign up, but if you do throw $100 at it, you get 5 free stocks. Each stock is valued up to $2,000, and you also get a $50 cash reward. So this is literally one of the best deals out there on the market, so take advantage of that while you can. With that said, appreciate you guys watching. Let's all make eventually a lot of money on Virgin Galactic.